Gypsy Rose's ex-husband Ryan still has a lot to say about her. After a situation on Live the other night, he claimed he didn't want to get involved anymore in the drama, but of course, he kind of did. He's gone live a couple more times to speak his truth, and Gypsy's sister also has some things to say. It's obviously been such a mess because when it comes to Gypsy and this whole situation, when hasn't it been a mess? So we're about to unpack even more that has happened. The other day, Gypsy was on Live with her boyfriend Ken, and this is really where the drama started. Ryan had texted Gypsy saying that he missed her while she was live, and Gypsy decided to vocalize this to her live.
I just seen that Ryan texted me from a text now number.
Of course he did. What'd he say?
Paraphrasing, I miss you so much. I wish I could hear your voice. I still love you. Gorgeous snuggles.
Yikes.
So there you go, guys. I'll post the screenshot, guys. I'll post it.
Don't do that.
No,
don't do that.
She later went on to say that this happens a lot where Ryan will text her from random numbers because she keeps blocking him.
It's hard whenever I block his number and then he finds a text now number to text me from.
Yeah, just let it go. Don't talk about it. Just leave it alone.
Ryan does text me a lot. And I think it makes our healing process really hard.
She later went on to say that she's trying to respect her relationship with Ken and not respond to Ryan.
I'm trying to be respectful and not make it harder on him than it already is. And when he texts me, I'm trying to be respectful to Ken. So I'm not going to text Ryan respect for my relationship with Ken. We're going through a divorce. That's part of the healing process.
I know that you're going through a process right now, and communication is kind of inevitable. So I let you have your space.
That's what the lawyers are for.
Yeah, you do you. Everything is fine.
Which is what led Ryan to posting a TikTok that I talked about the other day where he was telling a different story saying that Gypsy had called him saying that she misses him. And that's kind of the reason why he ended up texting her. And also he called out the fact that she was now saying like she wants to respect Ken in their relationship by not texting Ryan, when in his eyes, she wasn't respecting their marriage by talking to Ken.
Yes, I did text Gypsy during her live with Ken tonight. But Ken, don't let her fool you. She called me last Saturday talking about she missed me, and of course I miss you. And she said a lot of other things too. But I'm not going to go there because I want to be respectful. You know, and it's funny, she doesn't text me back to be respectful to her boyfriend, Ken, but she had no respect for her husband, Ryan. And it's funny, Ken's sitting there, huh? You do you. You believe that? You really believe that she's being respectful? Okay. I got receipts too, babe.
Ryan proceeded to go live on TikTok to say that he regretted making that video and that he didn't want to be talking about Gypsy anymore. But then, of course, he had a lot to say about her while he was on live. He was talking about seeing red flags in her, talking about her family, talking about how she treated him, and so much more.
So I'm not going to get into it about Gypsy. Like, do I like Gypsy as a person, guys? I didn't try to keep her away from her family. I did recognize some flags. Gypsy, like she said in the thing, would I take Gypsy back? Probably not. Yes, she is seeking spousal support. Yes. Isn't that wrong? You know, guys, I'm still married to my current wife, and she's not acting like a wife, but look, y'all making me miss her, and I don't want to miss her right now. Gypsy, in my opinion, did do me wrong. Like, was I perfect in the marriage? No. Gypsy, like she said in the thing, she knew if we fought, Ken was single. Like, who says that? Like, who really says that? But anyway, is what it is. I'm over it.
Like, she was merely the subject of every other thing that he was saying, despite the fact that he's saying that he wants to be respectful and not talk about her anymore and is so over being connected to the whole situation now that she's moved on. But also, he asked his audience about if they would read a book if he wrote one about his truth of what happened. So I don't think he's going to be over talking about this for a long while. He even ended up talking more about the fact that Gypsy had gone live and aired out the fact that he texted her.
that clip of the live last night really ticked me off. Like, I don't know, that's why I made that video last night. I got really, it made me mad. Like, she had no reason to do that and and then get her boyfriend give a cringy face. Like, dude, please. You know, and I respect my boyfriend, but she didn't respect your husband, but whatever, I'm not going there. Like, I'm moving on from that. So.
Someone even asked him at one point to stop using her name for clout, which he denied he was doing.
So, stop using her name for clout. I'm not.
I mean, the things that he said about her didn't stop there. He was also revealing that, you know, Gypsy had a dream about Ken before they got married, and he overlooked these red flags from her.
I overlooked a lot of red flags. Like, you think I liked the dream about Ken like 2 weeks before our wedding, but you know what? We talked about that. We aired that out, you know, like, and she's still committed to the marriage. So, like, here's what it is. At no time did Ken ever say, no, don't get married. Don't get married. Good evening. Thank you, guys. You know, she gave him the opportunity to do that, and he didn't do it.
And then obviously he proceeded to say that he didn't want to be talking about her anymore. Like, guys, like, stop asking me questions about her. Like, the reason why people are asking you is because they know that you're going to be talking about her.
Because I don't want to talk about her. Like, I get that y'all ask me questions about her. I get it. That is my wife, technically. I get that. All right. I get that the show was out. And, you know, y'all want to ask questions and stuff.
The reality show Life After Lockup did have people feeling for Ryan in a sense that Gypsy's stepmom seemed to not really like Ryan and obviously got involved in their relationship by continuing to keep in contact with Gypsy's ex Ken and being in Gypsy's ear about it all, basically resulting in them reconnecting when they did. But it seems she wasn't the only one who wasn't really a fan of Ryan, as Gypsy's sister went live the other day talking about how she just hung out with Gypsy and Ken and was kind of throwing shade at Ryan.
But Ken didn't get there until like right before we got back from our photo shoot. So hung out with him and Gypsy while the debate was going, and met his dog Parker. I don't miss Ryan at all. I always looked irritated by him. I'm gonna say like Kim, no comment, LOL.
Some of the things that were reported at the time of their divorce news was that Ryan had a problem with Gypsy spending so much time with her family and that he thought she should be spending that time with him. But he did address this in the live that he didn't try to keep her from her family at all and in fact wished that they had actually lived closer to them following her release.
The main thing I wish probably is that we'd have lived in cutoff. Like, you know, that way she could have had her family and friends there at all times. Like, guys, I didn't try to keep her away from her family. So I wish that I'd have moved to cutoff. Like I talked about, it was talked about. But Gypsy wanted to, you know, be with me in Lake Charles. So that's what we did.
Certainly sounding much different than what was reported to the public, which seems to be the theme here, is that everyone has a different side when it comes to what happened with Ryan and Gypsy. Like, they each have their own sides to what happened, and then the show is revealing what seems to be the truth of it all. And the show isn't even over yet, so there's still so much more that they're about to reveal, and people will see what really happened. With everything unfolding so publicly, it does make it all seem that much messier. I did think that after the first month of her release that she wasn't really going to be online as much, since she did delete her social media accounts and seemed to hate being in the spotlight, but since being with Ken, she's been happily recreating those accounts, posting constantly. She's obviously going live, sharing everything basically online, and I don't know, maybe she likes the drama of it all, but drama is certainly what it is when all of this relationship stuff is being aired out on a TikTok live. It really is just so crazy to see how things have ended up since her release. I certainly want to know what you guys think about all that's happened and all that has been said by each person involved here, and the fact that they are talking about it so publicly, because that's the thing though, like, they're talking about it so publicly and then it seems like they're complaining that people are asking them about it and then they just continue to talk about it. It's a never-ending cycle, it seems. But let me know what you guys think about everything. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys. it.